The First World War ended in 1918, yet some of its most fascinating aspects remain unknown to this day. Despite the quantity of knowledge and research available on the subject, most of these mysteries are difficult to solve, as much of the evidence now lies under decades of, well, other wars like WW2. Number 1. Recovering the lost treasure of the Zars. The biggest freshwater lake in the world, Lake Baikal, may contain the lost gold of the Tsarist Russian Empire. Maybe, according to a Daily Mail story from 2010 that described the findings of a mapping project that claimed to have seen multiple shiny metal objects more than 1,000 feet below the lake's surface. Depending on which narrative you believe, conflicting legends claim that the gold in Baikal was lost to the depths by either retreating troops or derailing White Army trains during World War I, marking this magnificent historical treasure as a relic from the fall of the Russian Empire. We hope to one day uncover the fascinating enigma of the lost treasure of the Zars. Number 2. The Florentine Diamond. This precious gem has a complicated ownership history, having been owned by multiple people, starting with Charles the Bold, Duke of Burgundy, according to many reports. The mystery surrounding the Florentine Diamond is not about who had it, however. The jewel was lost in the aftermath of World War I. Historians think that the exiled Charles I of Austria brought the Florentine Diamond to Switzerland before disappearing from history in 1918. Many theories exist regarding the diamond's whereabouts and who stole it. Some people think it was brought into the US illegally and recut thereafter. Number 3. The Zabina and her missing crew. This is another story of a maritime incident, but this time it involves a boat and no crew. In 1917, the remains of the trade vessel Zabina were discovered close to the French coast. There was no further obvious evidence of damage, despite the fact that the ship's rigging was discovered to be somewhat out of order. This led some historians to speculate that although her crew was subsequently rescued by a German U-boat, they eventually perished or went missing at sea. Still, the Zabina remains one of the most unsettling mysteries of World War I. Number 4. The mysterious fate of the USS Cyclops. The fate of the USS Cyclops, an American naval vessel that vanished in the Bermuda Triangle in March 1918, may never be known. Considering that the Cyclops went missing along with its crew of more than 300, it continues to be the largest naval loss of life outside of combat. There's been no concrete evidence found to date to determine the fate of the Cyclops, with some historians believing it went down in battle against German opposition and others believing it was sunk by some kind of horrible storm. Proteus and Nereus, the sister ships of the Cyclops, were also lost at sea during World War II, more than 20 years later. Number 5. World War I's mystery artist. During the 1960s, the University of Victoria in British Columbia obtained a collection of strange yet wonderfully produced sketches from World War I. The signature on the pieces belongs to a JM, and there is an additional dedication to a daughter named Adele. The artist's identity is only revealed by these hints. The artwork, which shows the devastating effects of chemical weapons on horses, was created using both pen and ink and watercolor techniques. Researchers have only found out that JM was a British soldier, which is the only information they currently have about this enigmatic artist whose work still has an impact on viewers. Number 6. Who killed the Red Baron? We are speaking about Manfred von Richthofen, the German flying ace. With more than 80 documented wins to his name, von Richthofen was a talented and well-respected fighter pilot. However, there is a great deal of debate about his passing. It is undeniable that on April 21, 1918, the Red Baron was hit in the chest while engaged in a battle with 2 Canadian pilots. However, the question is who shot the fatal bullets into the incredibly resilient von Richthofen? Although Captain Arthur Brown, a Canadian, is officially recognized by the Royal Air Force of the United Kingdom as the shooter, at least 4 other men have been identified by various sources who might have made history that day. Finally, war frequently leaves us with more questions than answers. Even after all these years, World War I remains one of the most well-documented conflicts with perplexing, infamous, and weird incidents that have yet to be properly explained. So, what are your thoughts about today's video? Don't forget to leave all of them in the comment section below.